It is Monday, March 9th, 2026. This is a WBC edition of Baseball Today. That is my man, Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose, producer Dan along for the ride as well. Where's your Team USA hat, my man?
It's inside, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, I'm actually representing both teams right here. I got the LA hat on, so it's obviously in America, but full of my Mexican brothers. This is a tough one for me tonight. I know I'm rooting for the US, but I have such a respect for the Mexican baseball culture, and they really showed out in this WBC.
No question. My buddy Dave Eichinger, he's my hat guy. He sent me all 20 hats, so I could very quickly go from one to the other. You know, I've got this. I've got the team I've been covering for John Boy Media. If you've been following my O Canada scene over the weekend, so
Unfortunately, I have.
What do you mean? Unfortunately, you have. Come on, I'm trying here.
You actually look Canadian. Like, you're so perfect for Team Canada.
Look Canadian?
When you put that hat on, I'm like, dude, you're Canadian.
I'm actually doing a radio show of theirs, so I'll be wearing it. I don't know. It's fun. As I like to say, you have to commit to the bit at the very least. That's all.
You, Justin Morneau, just really getting it done.
Yeah.
But you know what? Team Canada, if I'm Canadians,
yeah,
I know they're supposed to be like pretty nice or whatever. I'm pissed. Like, there's so many good Canadian players that aren't playing right now.
I know.
They would really put them on like the next tier.
Totally, particularly in Group A, because Puerto Rico's obviously shorthanded, and
I'll name names.
Well, I think Freddie Freeman, aren't they having a baby?
Yeah, Freddie can't play. Pivetta, I don't know what his deal is.
I don't either. Maybe it's because he's opting out after this year or something. It's possible. We'll get to that with Tarik Skubal coming up in just a bit. We'll start off with Elly De La Cruz, who I know would love to play in the World Baseball Classic, but because of injury last year, the Cincinnati Reds say, let's just slow our roll there a little bit. So instead, he's shooting free throws at a Suns game, making it for $10,000 for charity. Could you hit that? Could you hit that with that sort of pressure on the line?
I'd like my chances. I mean, I can shoot a free throw. I can shoot a basketball pretty well. I like that he made it. That's great. That's good for us in the baseball brotherhood right there.
I always love to have the discussion. Which sport? I think that this is the sport, baseball, where supreme athletes would have the toughest time making an adjustment. I think there are a lot of baseball players that could somehow figure out the NFL. They wouldn't be great. They wouldn't be great unless they can really run.
No, it's not. Okay. This argument is ridiculous. Okay. If we're talking about just being able to like look decent amongst like regular civilians, baseball players have it 100%. Like the ability for us to go cross sport and like look decent, like we have it. But as far as like baseball players, we can play in the NFL. Like, no, you couldn't, dude.
No, not play in the NFL.
No, it's like all these things. So like, if you're talking about just looking the part, it's baseball.
Yes, looking the part. I would agree with that. Leave it in the comments section. Let us know. All right, here we go. Team USA back at it tonight. You mentioned it, against Mexico, 8 o'clock Eastern. Going to be a fun one. Tarik Skubal was at the team workout on Sunday. That was after he threw 3 innings on Saturday. Now, we all thought that the 2-time Cy Young Award winner was going to be one and done in this tournament, get his work in against Great Britain, call it a day, put up his feet. Maybe if they made the finals, come back and join the boys in the dugout. But he wasn't going to pitch. But then he got this quote to Chandler Rome of The Athletic. I didn't expect these types of emotions to run through my brain or my thoughts to differ. I was pretty committed to making a start and getting back to camp. Things have changed, obviously. That's why I'm going to have some conversations to try and figure out a plan for me. It's one of the toughest decisions I've faced in my career. Are you shocked he's done this about face, perhaps?
Not at all, because I've played for Team USA and I understand what it means. It's not just Team USA. I mean, look at around the WBC, what it means for these players to represent their country. It's different, man. I have so many thoughts on the WBC and how well it's gone. I guess we'll stay with Skubal. When Ken Rosenthal put him on the spot during the game, I thought it was like, I honestly was so pissed at Ken.
Oh,
I really was. That's not the time and the place to do it. I thought it was like he already made a statement about not pitching. And like that was the plan. They had it. And I thought to put him on the spot right there in the dugout right after he's been taken out of the game, I honestly thought it was unprofessional.
Hold on. This isn't the World Series.
Chris, we're about to talk about how it means more than the World Series to a lot of these players. Kike Hernandez, who's played in 5, has said it means more to him playing for Puerto Rico than it does playing in the World Series. So I really thought that, Chris, and I'm giving my opinion, bro.
No, you are. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just pushing back.
What I'm about to say.
I'm just pushing back.
Let me finish. I thought it was unprofessional. And I guarantee, here's how it all unfolded. He asked that question, and then the broadcast starts. AJ Pierzynski and Wayne are like, well, why couldn't you come back and throw? Like, it doesn't matter if you have 8 days from the last start until your opening day. You can do that. And then Ken Rosenthal comes back on after, I'm assuming, getting a text from either Boris or the Tigers and says, like, guys, he's not going to do it. So, like, it all played out. So I'm mad at Kenny Rosenthal. And then this quote comes out. And now I'm like, do we have to thank Kenny Rosenthal for possibly getting Tarik Skubal to pitch again in this tournament? I'm in a blender right now.
Gosh. I think he's going to pitch again. I really do. I think, listen, I've heard from countless people that the thought of playing for Team USA is so different than playing for Team USA, that those are 2 totally different things. You have no idea about the experience until you start hanging out with the boys and doing their thing. And by all accounts, if you're reading some of the feature columns on how these guys have been enjoying their time away from the field, that it is just something different. And some will say, well, why is it different than an all-star game? Look, we've covered all-star games. I've covered 15 or 20 of them. It's the middle of a long season. The players, to be honest, would rather have the 3 or 4 days off than go play an exhibition game that doesn't matter at all. Instead, they are shuttled from place to place. They get in. They have to do their media session on Monday. They have to do the home run derby. They have to hang out. Then they go to parties, which are fine, fun, but it's a commitment. They're being dragged around by their agencies and all sorts of things. Then they have to do the red carpet. Then they have to play the game. Then they try to get out of town for 48 hours before they have to commence with the last 70 games of the season. It is a shit show for players. It's totally different than hanging out with boys for 2 to 3 weeks. You're hanging out in 1 or 2 cities. You're not getting on a flight at 3 a.m. Like, it's different. And dudes just love it. And when they do put on the USA jersey and a US hat, and Paul Skeens just wrote about this on Monday in the Players Tribune about why Monday's start means so much to him. It's different. And so once you have that intoxicating feeling like Tarik Skubal had, it's tough to go back to Florida and go throw another or 1 or 2 more exhibition games to get ready for your first game of the year against the Padres.
Yeah, and you're seeing all these other greats in the sport staying, and you're like, well, wait a second. What if Paul Skeens is talking like, I'll do whatever for Team USA? I think that rubs off on Skubal, or at least makes him feel a certain type of way that he's trying to convince himself now that, hey, like, I do need to continue to pitch here. I'm telling you, one more quick thing that I think is actually very, very pertinent, especially for this year. This WBC and the popularity of it has to simultaneously fire up Major League Baseball and also have them absolutely scared. Because if we go into 2026 at the end, lockout into 2027, and they're willing to miss games, do you know what the Major League Baseball Players Association can do? Just fire up a league in Puerto Rico or anywhere outside of the U.S., and we can put on a showcase like this.
No.
Yes, you can.
No, you're not going to do that.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Because you're going to risk
if Major League Baseball is willing to miss games, you'd be like, all right, fine, we'll go play our own games. Look at the success of the WBC. Why couldn't they do that?
Who's going to pay for it?
What do you mean? You don't think a streaming service would pay for that, or some sort of cable network? Yes, they would. No. Yes, they would. Mm-mm. Yes, they would.
I don't think so.
Even exhibition games, they 100% would.
I don't think so. I think you get a lot of agents that would step in and say, you're not setting foot on that field.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
If Major League Baseball is willing to miss games to prove a point, the Players Association can say, cool, we'll just go play over here. We have the talent.
Have the talent. I would agree with that. I don't think you would have the financial backing nor get the insurance clearance to do it.
Insurance clearance? What insurance clearance do you need? They're not getting paid. You're getting forcibly locked out from the sport you're playing. There's no insurance needed.
Okay, so play it out. Guy plays a game in Puerto Rico and blows out his arm while playing, and then he goes back, and his contract's going to get voided.
How is his contract voided?
I would imagine there's got to be something in there where if you take the inherent risk of playing this sport,
if you lock us out from playing, I mean, look, we can get into the legality of it.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is, that they're thinking about that.
If your point is to show how popular the sport is around the globe, I'll hop on that bandwagon. If you're talking about an alternate form of Major League Baseball during a lockout, I don't think that that's going to happen. But that's neither here nor there for the.
That's why I have a big brain.
It's okay. You're entitled to that. I don't know if I quite would agree with it.
It'll marinate with you.
Regardless, AJ Hinch, I thought, had some interesting quotes on Sunday because he was approached about it. And, he said it's difficult on the players because they want to do it all. And I think he's right. Like, Tarik Skubal does want to protect his future. He gives his heart and soul to the Tigers. He wants to be ready for them on the 26th of March to go against the San Diego Padres. And he does want to pitch for Team USA. I mean, he does want it all, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I imagine he's wrestling with that. At the taping of this show, he has not yet come out with a final decision. I can't imagine the Tigers are pumped up about it. I can't imagine the Tigers fans. I don't know. Let us know. There's a few of you out there in our community, and we appreciate it. Where do you sit with this? Do you want to see him throw one more time for Team USA? Do you want to see him shut it down, just start focusing on his season? Like, where are we? This whole thing. I don't think it's easy. I think he's gonna piss off some people somewhere. Don't you think?
No. If he pitches for Team USA and it all goes well, then he pitches March 26th. That who's mad.
Yeah, I think Kenny's point was it's going to be a challenge because March 17th, I believe, is the final. And by the way, we're making a big assumption that Team USA will get there.
Sure.
You can't just Sharpie them in at this point. There's a few other good teams out there. But if he does pitch then, and then he has a layoff of 8 days, and then he pitches on the 9th and he gets shelled, well, then Tiger fans are going to be like, well, that was too long a layoff. And he did it because he wanted to go pitch for Team USA. You'll get some pissed off people. You just will. That's how this thing works, Plouffe.
I mean, I guess in the world that we live in today, someone's always mad.
Don't you know? Yeah, that's the way it goes. All right, let us know. How do you think it's going to play? Yes or no? Has he thrown his last pitch for Team USA?
No. Well, okay. Depending on where we're at with the tournament. Like you said, it's not a guarantee they're in the final. I think he will make himself available, yes.
Yes. If Team USA makes it to the final, has Tarik Skubal thrown his last pitch?
No.
I agree with you. I think he will start that March 17th game. Let us know in the comments. Where's this thing going? It's fun. It is so much fun. All right, Danny, we're going to do our ad now. I didn't tell you, but this is where we're going to do it. That today's episode is sponsored by Amazon. When life throws you a curveball, Amazon's everyday low prices on essentials helps you save the day. Amazon has everything you need, whenever you need it, from planned purchases to unexpected moments. They got everything in one place, saving you time and money so you can focus on what matters most. I told you about two things on my trip. Had my heart gummies. I didn't clarify my story. I had them sent to the house. Michelle met me in Indianapolis for the back half of my trip. She brought my heart gummies for me so my heart could be healthy for everybody that loves me out there. And then my hair gel. I was noticing I was getting down deep, where you're digging on the inside with your finger and you're like, God, can I get one more day out of there? I had to have that actually sent to the hotel I was staying at in Indy because I had to look good for the NFL scouting combine, or else that shit just would have been all over the place. So from tech to clothing to daily needs, your heart gummies, your hair gel, or anything else you need to prepare for the start of the long baseball season, Amazon's got all you need in one convenient place. It can deliver to you anytime, anywhere. So whether it's routine shopping or handling life's curveballs, shop Amazon, save on essentials, save the everyday. I know it saved me. Dominican Republic. Our buddy Joe's looks like he is having the time of his life. Man, oh man, that lineup is absolutely incredible. We know they're looking ahead to Wednesday's battle with Venezuela. That could be great. Gotta imagine those bats will definitely be ready.
Swing away from ending this ball game. Soto, first pitch swinging, high fly ball, deep right center field. The Dominican Republic wins it on a 7th-inning walk-off home run from Juan Soto and a 12-1 run rule win.
I mean, I've been in a great teams. I've been in 2019, 2024. I mean, that was really fun teams that I play with, but this has got to be top of the top. I mean, you have the whole family, the whole Dominican Republic cheering for you, being right there for you, and I think it's nothing better than that.
Juan Soto doing his interview with Sierra Santos. So more fun than when he won it in 2019. More fun than when he went to the World Series with the Yankees. It's quite a bold statement, my friend.
Hey, you want me to react to that?
Don't you? Yeah, I want to hear your
We've
reaction.
been saying this, and I think there's a couple reasons people feel this way, or players, excuse me, feel this way. I mean, okay. When you're part of an organization, there are guys, and I'm one of them, who felt like a real connection to the city, that had a relationship with ownership. I mean, I didn't have not best friends, but I was always treated very well by the ownership. So I really wanted to play for my organization. I really enjoyed my organization. That's not always the case. Like, there are times when you're in an organization where you don't feel like you're treated special. You kind of feel like you're just a player. Maybe you're new in a city, or the city doesn't give you the vibes that maybe, you need. You're always playing for the fans. I understand that. But not everybody has some beautiful relationship with the organization or the city or the ownership. But you know where you have a beautiful relationship with? Your home. So it just makes sense why these guys are playing with such passion, because this is their home, this is their family, especially in the DR, where it's baseball and nothing else for these guys. And I'm not saying that in a rude way. I'm saying that in a positive way. I mean, they live baseball in the Dominican Republic, and you're seeing it play out, whether you're watching them play on the field and the emotion, if you're watching the fans in the stands, or Joe's McFly and how he's covering this thing. It just means a lot. And again, I think it's because it's for your home. It's not for your, and I hate putting it this way, because again, I had a good relationship, but it's not for your employer. It's for your home. So it makes a lot of sense. And if you're talking about him and the way he's talking about this lineup, I mean, yeah, these lineups in the WBC are some of the greatest baseball lineups ever constructed.
Yeah.
The Dominican Republic this year, Team USA, what they're putting out, these are some of the best baseball lineups that have ever in the history of the sport been put together. This WBC is a marvel to watch, man.
I mean, when you watch a DR game, it's different. It is just different because the talent is right on par with Japan and with Team USA, but their game is entirely different. You look and see what Junior Caminero has done so far. This home run we're showing you, if you're audio only, this is the one where he's sprinting around the bases midway through second base, and then he stops. He stops. Oh, and it's like a walk home. He is so fired up. He's popping his jersey. His helmet had flown off. To me, actually, one of the indelible moments of this WBC happened on Sunday when he got hit by a pitch, and everybody's like, oh my God, did he just break his arm? Is he going to be okay? And instead, he fires, turns to the crowd, and fires up the freaking crowd. I think this is a coming out party for him. Maybe people thought it was last year's home run derby. He had a sensational season for the Rays. People forget he's only 22, and it crushes my little heart because he was a Cleveland Guardian. We traded him for Tobias Myers, whom we then released before he ever became a big leaguer with our team. So it hurts me to see how well he's doing, but I think this is going to elevate his game to a different stratosphere, being around all the guys that he grew up watching, and now he is teammates, and he knows that talent-wise, he's on par with a lot of these dudes, if not better.
Yeah, I mean, that homer we just saw to right center was like a line drive that went 450 feet. Like, that's crazy. 45 homers last year. I always do forget that he is 22 years old.
Yeah, he's 22.
I do forget that. And I didn't know the background. I didn't know he was a Guardian, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
What are we doing?
Don't.
The team starved for offense and power?
Look, that entire lineup is sick. They had only 3 guys that didn't get hits on Sunday. The 3 were Tatis, J-Rod, and Ketel Marte, who combined for 8 walks. So if they're not going to get on one way, they're going to get on the other. Right? In the last World Baseball Classic, they didn't even advance to the quarterfinal?
Yes.
Yeah, and it was crushing for them. Crushing. And I think they're pissed off, and they are, but it feels like it's a concert every time I watch one of these games. So much
like
fun.
literally it is a concert because everyone in the stands is like playing music and doing drums and stuff. So yeah, you're right.
And I know that there are people who say, well, why can't we do this for 162? I don't know if it's sustainable. I don't think if we have enough bandwidth to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun. Even if you're just playing them. I remember doing my couple stints with Team USA. I mean, they told us about that. They're like, these games, like, it's gonna be like unlike anything you've seen before. And obviously this is before I played. One was before I played pro ball, one was when I was still in the minor leagues, but it's just what a fun atmosphere. Yeah. I mean, that's I wish the Dominican or just the Latin American winter leagues got like kind of more publicity. Coverage. I think everyone's like baseballed out by then. Football's here, all that stuff. But you watch any of those games, you're like, oh my God.
And I think that sometimes this rubs off negatively on Team USA because we don't pop out over the dugout, except I think the further this tournament goes on and the further Team USA advances, you're going to see more of that. It's not going to be the same as when the Dominican's playing or when Puerto Rico's playing or some of these other teams that are jumping over the railing for a 3rd inning home run. But I do think that they'll kind of up their emotional game. And by the way, it's okay that Team USA kind of plays the boring role. Number one, their games have stunk. Like, I feel bad for you. You've covered Team USA so far. The games against Brazil and Great Britain, although Great Britain did have the lead until midway through the game, for the most part, they're not competitive yet. So maybe we get a competitive game tonight and we see a little different edge from Team USA. I suppose that's possible.
I call them out a little bit, and maybe that was just a product of the 2 games that they played against Brazil and Great Britain. But I too think there needs, not everybody, but there needs to be a little bit more fire on the bench. I think they will get it against Mexico, and I agree with you. As this tournament goes on, and quarterfinals, semifinals, like stuff like that, like it'll be impossible for them to maintain any sense of like poise. Like, they just won't. Like, you're gonna see these players react differently than you've ever seen them react before. I guarantee that. Like, the fire will be there.
Oh, but Trevor, who's their captain?
Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. And
really,
Judge,
it doesn't matter.
I don't like Judge gets a little too much hate for me in that regard. Like, he doesn't. Let him do his thing. Not everyone is going to be like, "What's Judge doing? Do I have to just sit there?" Like, that's not the case. Look at Gunnar Henderson hit a double and was fired up, man.
Yes, he
like
was.
It's going to happen. And Judge is doing enough. I'm fine with Judge.
Okay. I don't know. I think sometimes when you're a captain for a reason, do you want stoicism the entire time? I think you want somebody that's a little peppy.
I think he can get peppy. I think he will. I'm telling. Okay, that's actually a great Let's watch Judge.
Mhm.
Like I said, you're going to see these guys react differently than they ever have before. Let's watch Judge if they play the Dominican in the semifinal.
Yeah. We can hit it. We can stick a pin in it for now. We can stick a Yeah, he looks happy there. There's no question. When he had his homer, in his first at bat, he looks happy, but it's not like
The American way of act like you've
different.
been there before, I think has its pluses and minuses.
Mhm.
But that is our way. So, like, look, I don't know. Like, I'm not faulting the US for
I don't fault
not
him
having the
either.
same, like, excitement as the Dominican. That's just how we play the game.
Well,
And we're
because
damn good at it.
I would rather have them be who they are than feel fakeness through whatever screen you're watching. So I will 100%, but there is a little bit of jealousy. Like, damn it, I would love to see somebody fired up and stop right before hitting third base like Junior Caminero did. Maybe I'm wrong.
We are going to see that.
We'll see.
I'm
I don't
like
think I can see Kyle
positive.
Schwarber stop with his helmet off and firing up the crowd right before he hits third base. It's just not the way he does things.
I mean, no offense to our guy Scrub on Great Britain, but I think Kyle Schwarber, that's a sign of just like, I'm not going to show you up, big dog. Now, if he does that against somebody that's on the Dominican team who he's playing against in the big leagues, like I think it just changes things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with not showing up Brazil in the Great Britain.
Yeah.
But I'm
the
telling you, man, when a push comes to shove, and we got any of these like Latin American teams or Japan, like the fire will be there. Actually, that's another great point. Japan and Team USA, I can't wait to see them play because they're like the two, like, respect.
Yes.
Countries.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm trying to remember in 2023. I mean, I know Shohei was fired up after he struck out Trout, but the rest of the game, I don't remember
anything.
Kind of like the emotion.
Yeah. It's hard to remember that stuff.
Yeah. Well,
let us know. I mean, look, the Dominican, I didn't think the Dominican was showing up their opponent yesterday, and they were all going cuckoo.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way.
So I think you can be fired up without showing up an opponent in this sport. I think you can.
Agreed.
Of course, if it happens between the Orioles and the Rays on June 23rd, we'll be talking about it on June 24th. Oh, you can't do that. Maybe there are some things that Major League Baseball can learn from the WBC.
Let me ask you this. Just one quick thing. You're covering Team Canada. Your boy Josh Naylor is just, what's he doing out there on second base? Like he did that in the playoffs. Now he's doing out there. He's literally going like this.
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. You got to work.
And he wasn't messing around because he had the pitches.
You got to work on catching the ball at first base.
He's wild.
They blew that game because they couldn't play defense or defense, as we like to say. All right. Anyway, today's episode sponsored by our friends over at SeatGeek. Baseball offseason nearly over. That means that baseball spring training, it's here. World Baseball Classic, it's here. Games that count, almost here. Not to mention, you got the NBA, NHL, the conclusion of their season. This summer, North America, World Cup is coming to pay a visit. It's kind of a big deal, I hear. That's why I want to give the sponsor of today's video, SeatGeek, a huge shout out. Got more than 35 million downloads. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app around. Use it. I do. Just bought some concert tickets. You know what I could have done? Use the cool code that I'm about to give you, Baseball 2026, because you can use that for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek or anything. It's 10% off any tickets. It's the promo code Baseball 2026. Here's what you need to do. Click the link in the description, download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. You know what I didn't do? I didn't click on the link in the description, and I didn't get to use the code for 10% off my concert tickets, and now I feel like an idiot. The good news is I go to plenty of games, and maybe I'll see you there. So the next time I sit next to you, you can say, Chris, did you buy these tickets on SeatGeek? Well, yes, I did. Did you use the baseball code Baseball 2026? Yes, I did. I hope you did too. See you at a game in the future. Yeah. All right. So much great action in this sport. I've watched a ton of this. I really have. I watched a ton of it. And this tournament started in 2006. And we had never had a walk-off homer until this weekend on Saturday. And guess what? In a matter of hours, it happened twice. That's Ozzy Albies. You can see the Netherlands is down 3-1. He hits a 3-run crank. Not everybody knew it was a walk-off homer, but that's the first one. So good for Ozzy. He was talking about how important it was to him. We'll show you how crushing it was for Nicaragua. Then a few hours later, Puerto Rico, undermanned Puerto Rico. They come up in a big situation.
On the biggest stage in international baseball. And the 1-2 crushed left field line deep. Puerto Rico, increíble.
I'm not familiar with that guy's work on the play-by-play that's done the job in Puerto Rico. He's been great, though. His enthusiasm has been infectious. I think he's done a really, really good job. And so this is the first home walk-off, right? The Netherlands weren't playing in the Netherlands. They were playing in Houston. This one is in Puerto Rico with a team without Lindor, without Correa. In fact, this guy is their third baseman. He's probably not even hitting in that situation if those guys get cleared to play in this tournament. So it made it that much more special.
Yeah, I mean, those are so fun. I can't imagine the emotions that he was having right there. Like you mentioned, in front of the home crowd for his hometown team. I mean, it's just everything was so special. You see Lindor FaceTiming him afterwards, and he, I think, reposted saying, like, this is my idol. I can't believe that he's like excited for me. It's everything is so special. The Ozzy Albies one, that was heart-wrenching. Like, I know if you're a Netherlands fan, you're happy about it, but to watch Nicaragua go through what they went through, that hurt right there.
Dan, do you have the video of the Nicaraguan pitcher, Angel Abando? There he is. For audio only, we're showing it. And here's all his teammates literally picking him up off the mound to show you what this means to these players. I mean, that's soul crushing, dude.
In the events leading up to it too, like the ground ball off the base. And then first pitch, Ozzy just, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm smiling right now, but when I was watching it, it really it hurt. That hurt me.
Well, it gets us to the bigger topic of what Bryce Harper had to say. And he's been wearing it. They asked him about his thoughts on this tournament.
Obviously, the WBC has been great, but it's not the Olympics, right? That's no disrespect to the WBC or anything, but everybody knows that when the Olympics are on, everybody's watching. Don't matter what sport it is. It could be the most random sport, and it's got all the fans watching it. So,
your thoughts on those words?
The Olympics has a bigger audience, sure, but I don't think in the baseball world I'm sick of the Olympics and what they've done to baseball. They literally took it out as a sport. And the only reason we're going to get to play it in 2028 is because when the host nation, they have the ability to add sports back in. So we put baseball back in, obviously. I know what he's saying, but I don't agree with it. I think the WBC has taken over the international baseball scene. I think this will mean more to anybody than an Olympic title, because I don't think they could replicate this. Even if they tried now, I don't think they could replicate what we have going on right now. So I know what he's saying. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's the right time to be talking about that, man. I know he's lobbying for that, and he's talking about the future and probably wants to, use that at some point when they're talking in the labor negotiations about letting guys play for Team USA. He's caught up in this USA baseball right now, but it's not the right time to do it. So I don't like that he said it. But again, I understand what he was trying to say. I'm all WBC. I'm out on the Olympics in general because of what they did to baseball.
So I think that I think he was trying to prop up the importance of the Olympics to baseball. And he has been at the forefront. This is not the first time he's commented about this. He really wants to make sure that there's something carved out in the next collective bargaining agreement that we shut down the sport for 2 weeks in the summer of 2028 so that we can have it in Los Angeles. And I do think that it's important to use that stage. I mean, we were all tuned into the hockey. For God's sakes, we're still talking about the gold medal game, for both the women and the men, in particular the men, because the NHL season shuts down, right? And that's what makes it so different. Shuts down. We go, that's it. We're stopping the NHL season so that we can partake in that sport. Here's the thing. Do you know how many teams get bids for the Baseball Olympics in 2028?
It's not a lot. Is it 6?
6.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't know that until yesterday, till I read a column about it. And in The Athletic. So I apologize. I got to go back and look and see who was the columnist for
I think
it.
it's
It was Andrew Baggerly. That's who it was.
Okay, I thought it was Britt.
And he did a great job breaking down. There's going to be a bunch of heavy hitters that will not make it depending on how they finish in this tournament. Like, this is their one chance to show, because they won't have a chance at other qualifying tournaments. It's how it's broken down around the world, who gets represented and who doesn't. So there's a possibility that Venezuela or the Dominican Republic, if they end up falling a little bit short, will not have a chance to earn their way back into the Olympics. That's what's going to make this tournament so much better than that tournament. So just in terms of baseball and global reach and the matchups we could be seeing, these are the ones I think this is what you want. We've got 20 teams. We have amazing stories. We have tremendous heartbreak that is happening out there. I mean, for God's sakes, unfortunately, because of the time of the game, first pitch was at 2 or 3 in the morning here for Australia and South Korea. And Australia had to just not lose by 5 or more runs. And they had it until the late going, and their defense kicked it around. And now South Korea is going on to the next round for the first time since 2009, I believe. Like,
that was
this
a wild game.
Wild. And the guys apparently in Australia are inconsolable. Travis Bazzana, who, was the number 1 pick by the Guardians a couple of years ago, and is now trying to be at the forefront of Australian baseball to take them to another level, was inconsolable, apparently, in the clubhouse afterward. That's how much this stuff means to people around the world. Give you a little support, Australia.
Yeah, Australia has always been a good international competitor, and they always match up well against Japan because they play them a lot. It's like one of those things. Another point I want to make about the Olympics and why I don't think that Bryce is spot on about it is, unless they reinstate it, or it is every 4 years the baseball's in the Olympics, why are we caring about it so much? So 2028 is in LA, 2032 is in Australia, and maybe they would put baseball back in. I think that's like a maybe. I don't even think that's a for sure. Then after that, in 2036, here are the top spots that are getting consideration: Qatar, India, and Germany, with Poland, Turkey, and Egypt also being considered. They're not going to have baseball in. So to me, I'm out on the Olympics. I also watch the Olympics, but as far as a baseball fan, I'm out on the Olympics. Look at what we have right in front of us right now.
Yeah. Plus, this is a great sweet spot in terms of time. I know it's not ideal as far as players being ready to do it, but as far as attention on the sport, I think it's really, really good. I know that the NFL new league year starts this week, and so there are free agencies, there's trade, there's all sorts of stuff that's going on there. But for the most part, college basketball tournaments have not started. That will happen next week. Then you've got Selection Sunday, but it feels like a really good time to grab the attention.
Look at the people that are covering the WBC right now. Spots that usually don't cover baseball are covering the WBC right now. The Pat McAfee show is like all over it.
Right.
Obviously, we're killing it. We're the best in the game at this. I mean, there's other places that don't necessarily have great baseball coverage are covering this because it's so
interesting.
it's interesting. It's appealing. Like it means a lot. This is what we should focus on if we're baseball.
And by the way, it's got part of the allure of the Olympics are the storylines. Like when NBC/Peacock has it, they want to introduce you to the characters because they're out once every 4 years. For us, we know the players on Team USA. We know the players on the Dominican Republic. We know the players on Team Mexico. We know a bunch of the players on Team Japan, but you don't know the players that are on Australia for the most part. Did you see their pitcher the other day against Japan, Connor McCallum out there? He brought his whole family, including his brother, Callum, who was there in the crowd. He's a rugby player that plays his home games 5 minutes from the Tokyo Dome. There's his brother. That's one dude who you definitely don't want to F with. Like, don't get in a fight with that guy in the stands because you will not win. But you could see the emotion on both of these guys' faces. He threw 3 scoreless innings against the defending champions on their turf. And look at how much it means to the families. Like, that's the Olympic draw that we also get in the World Baseball Classic, except we don't have to share the stage with anybody.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
cool.
ours.
So there's that. I don't know. Where do people sit on the whole Olympic thing? And I do think that we need to step off Bryce a little bit because I do think he was trying to prop up the Olympics. But I don't know. I don't know.
Bad timing. Bad timing.
I wonder if he has a mulligan on it, if he would like to re-tee. You think so?
Yeah, like I said, it's not the sentiment that's wrong. Although I'm like, again, I'm pro WBC over the Olympics. The timing is what made it so bad. Like, we are in so many eyeballs are on this sport right now because of the WBC. To disparage it, and I know you said, well, no offense to WBC, but when you say no offense, you're offending, aren't you?
Yeah.
Usually.
Yes. That's when you say no offense, you're about to go take a sledgehammer to somebody emotionally. Yeah, that's pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right, let's talk a little bit about the defending champion Japan. They've locked up a spot in the quarterfinals, so we'll see them over here. I think they're off to Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Their offense rolling the first 2 games, but they were actually down to Australia in the 7th inning until this happened.
Yoshida gets into one. Masa stays mashing.
So Yoshida's been incredible for Team Japan in the last World Baseball Classic and now this one as well. Why the hell can't he get it right over here with Boston?
I mean, I think he's been like a pretty good player. I don't think he's been like a terrible player. I think he just doesn't really have the opportunity. I mean, obviously he's pushed out of the outfield equation because they have 4 just absolute studs out there. So relegated to DH. I think giving an opportunity to go somewhere else, it might be good for him. I don't know, man. Like, if you look at his overall track record as a hitter, you're talking about 2023 and 2024. We're talking high 7s OPS, serviceable player. Last year kind of went off. The OBP went down a lot. I think he's feeling like the playing time and like not the unimportance to the team. I think if he went somewhere else, we'd see something a little bit different. That's kind of my take. He can hit. I just think that's not a great situation for him in Boston.
It's a terrible fit. And the fact that they didn't undo the logjam this offseason is going to cost him. He does not have a job right now.
No.
He's an $18 million a year pinch hitter as long as everybody's healthy when they return to Boston. Where is he going to play? He's not going to play in the outfield. They have way too many outfielders. He's not going to DH. They've got 2 guys ahead of him who will probably DH. So the hope is that people watch him. He's got to have a really good quarterfinal and semifinal because it's hard to watch the games at the times they are over there. You can see some highlights here and there, but they want to see him in a big pressure situation over here. Somebody will go, God dang it, we need that guy. And you know what? We'll pay, we'll take 2/3 of his contract and he'll become our everyday DH. And we'll say that if there's a team that feels like they're missing a little pop, because you're right. He was really good when he first came over here, the first half of 2023. Then it kind of dipped. And then whatever happened. Last year when he came back, he was actually one of the Red Sox best hitters in September, and he went 4 for 7 in the series loss against the Yankees. He can play. He can swing the stick.
I'm trying to think of a good fit for him. Like, let's be real. He's a high 7s OPS guy. That's who he is.
Right.
That fits a lot of teams. Now, who needs a DH? You could put him in the outfield, but you could put him in the outfield.
Yeah, I think you have to pay down the contract if you're Boston.
I'm trying to think. I mean, the Guardians could use him.
Well, then you'd massively have to pay it down.
Yeah.
They don't need another left-handed hitter.
I know. I'm just trying to put on. First, I was like, he's a Brewer, but I'm like, nah, there's no really playing time for him
Well,
there either.
how about this? Does Detroit make sense? I know they're left-handed heavy too.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now. There's somebody out there. Leave in the comments who you think he'd go and play well for.
Yeah, because I don't know. How cool was it that Emperor Naruhito was on hand? First emperor in 60 years to attend a baseball game? Hell
That's
yes.
crazy.
Huh?
What are those emperors doing out there? Get to a baseball game. What are we doing?
I know. How awesome is that? And apparently stuck all the way to the end.
Oh, so he's respecting the game.
I know, but
I expect that from a Japanese leader.
Not every politician stays till the end. Not everyone.
Why aren't they going to these baseball games?
Not
What's
every
going
bit
on
of
over there?
royalty stays till the end.
What?
Not every bit of royalty stays till the end. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know. Interesting. Dan put in our comments section that some speculate the Astros should go after Yoshida. The only thing is that Jordan, I know Jordan plays left as well, but I don't know.
They don't want Jordan in left. And plus, I mean, they do want him because they have Walker and Paredes. So they have to trade one of those guys because that's already one DH spot. He doesn't fit there.
I don't think so either. Okay. Today's episode, Baseball Today, sponsored by MLB The Show. MLB The Show, that's here. World Baseball Classic, back. Take on real-life World Baseball Classic teams from all over the world with your Diamond Dynasty squad and the online model. Step up to the plate in brand-new World Baseball Classic ballparks, including the Tokyo Dome and the stadium down in Puerto Rico. That place is jumping. We just saw it with the walk-off. Additional 2026 game features include Road to the Show, Road to Cooperstown, where you can build your legacy from the start of high school all the way up to the Hall of Fame in career mode. Also, you got the Negro Leagues mode. It returns for season 4 with all new legends, uniforms, and stadiums as well. New legends just announced as well, including Albert Pujols, King Felix, Dustin Pedroia, Andrew Jones, who, of course, is managing the Netherlands and just got into the Hall of Fame, and much more. Pre-order now. It's available March 17th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, Nintendo Switch. It is rated E for everyone.
Hold on, Chris. I need to move this. Like, I'm getting blasted by one ray of sunshine right in my eyes right now.
Oh, isn't that nice?
1 second.
Yeah. Do you need some eye black?
No.
Do you need a pair of sunglasses? Let's see.
It's one ray of sunshine hitting off of this metal piece on my desk over there.
I got it. Okay. Couple of cool little things that we're going to talk about before we get out of here. 17-year-old Joseph Contreras, the son of Jose Contreras, who, of course, won a ring with the Chicago White Sox back in 2005. 17 years old, high school senior in Georgia. He walks Witt, he walks Harper, he gets judged to swing and miss, and then bases loaded, gets him ground into double play. That's going to stick with me forever. I'm sorry, it is.
I can't even imagine. That's that story needs more press around it. Like, you're in high school and you're going up against what many are considering one of the great. I just said it earlier in the show, one of the greatest lineups ever put together in the history of the sport, dude.
Now, you were maybe the top-notch two-way player to come out of high school in 2004, right?
Yes.
So at that point, let's say you're a senior at Crespi, So for 2004, that would have been facing Pujols in that situation. How do you think you would have handled having Albert Pujols step in against you at that age?
I think he would have hit a homer to right against me. That's what I think. Like, I was good, man, but thinking about that, like just the plate coverage he had, like, my little tricks that worked against high school hitters weren't going to work against him.
And I love it. They were doing great interviews with him afterward. He had microeconomics homework. He had math homework he had to do. Their school's not even on spring break, so he had to get special permission. May I please pitch in the World Baseball Classic against Team USA down in Houston? Is that going to be okay for you? How about Manny's kid, Lucas Ramirez?
Both of them. There's so many guys that need to get credit. Did Judge hit the 3-0 homer against Contreras? Was he pitching when that happened?
No.
Okay.
No. But Lucas Ramirez, the finish on the swing is so Manny, even though it's from the left side. He hit 2 homers against us, including the first pitch from Logan Webb, and then took Spire deep. Like, he's not even a top 30 Angels prospect. How the hell is that?
Yeah, him and that guy Victor that pitched for Great Britain. I think we need to maybe readjust the rankings a little bit.
Yeah, I would say so. Good for him. Well, hopefully this catapults him. Yeah, he got picked in the 17th round in 2024, had a 773 OPS, but only 3 homers last year. He had 2 in a World Baseball Classic game against Team USA.
He had 3 homers last year, like in a full season?
That's what it said.
The heck?
I know.
Swing harder.
Okay, I know you hate dugout celebrations, but I'm curious to see if your thought process changes at all with these in the World Baseball Classic. What do you think of the Dominicans? Look, first of all, the jacket is absolutely ridiculous. And then don't they have the Platano power where they wrap the dumbbell?
Do I like that? Yes, because this is just part of the culture. The reason I don't like dugout celebrations in Major League Baseball is because they feel forced. They feel forced.
Okay.
I hated when all that happened because everyone's like, well, this team's doing one, so we got to get one. It's like, no, dude. Like,
does this feel forced?
This does not feel forced. No, this is like part of the culture, man. Like that, I love it when they celebrate.
What about the this is great. And that jacket is, how do you decide who gets to take that thing home?
And he's taking a selfie with a weight. Doesn't make any sense, but we're doesn't matter.
What about the espresso machine for Italy?
Love it. Love that. Vinny P's like making guys take shots of espresso. Not even sipping on that like a true Italian would. He's making them shooters. And then giving them 2 kisses.
Yeah, I love that.
I love everything about it. I love that some guys hate coffee and they're still doing it.
Now, my heart,
it's got to be hot too, right?
I would imagine. Yeah, it's burning some guys. I can't drink that stuff because of my heart. How much zip would that give you?
Mixed with whatever else guys are doing for pre-games, you'll get a little zip. You'll get a little zip. I don't love the setup they have. Like, I feel like they should have they should have a barista in there.
It's funny. Last thing, the changing of the guard for Great Britain. I laughed my ass off at this one. Have you ever seen the changing of the guard in person?
I have. I'm out on it.
Funny.
You're out? Yeah.
Why are you out on that?
Feels forced.
Oh my God, you are so no fun.
Like, do some tea and crumpets would have been better. I'm out on that one.
Who the fuck wants to eat a crumpet? Nobody in a dugout wants to eat a crumpet. This has been a blast. We got another show coming up midweek. I think probably Wednesday. Enjoy the games. Enjoy our little commentary. Love the content that Joe's and Swilly and Jolly and Jimmy Norp have been putting out. Am I missing anybody else? I think those are the people on our roadie for now. I know you'll be there at the semis and the finals coming up.
Yes.
So I'm jealous. I'm going to have some FOMO for that.
Well, hop in. Let's go.
That's a great assign. I didn't get asked. You can't.
I'll make a phone call right now for you.
You can't beg to go to work. Everybody, but it's nice that everybody's getting all these opportunities, which I love. All right, we got to run. For our one-of-a-kind producer, Dan Rourke, the uber-talented Trevor Plouffe, I am Chris Rose. Keep enjoying the WBC. We'll see you later this week on Baseball Today.